You know, science fans and you empath. I could feel the pain, empath. Those of you that might have once asked yourselves the question, am I an empath? So yeah, talking to people and you say, do you think I'm an empath? Well, I think I'm an empath. What do you see when you look at what's going on in Gaza right now? What do you see? Do you see different nationalities and different coloured skin and different religions, or do you see just people? It's just people. Can you put yourself in the position of those fathers, mothers, the parents, all family, running to the hospital out of breath with a kid that's bleeding out on you? If you can feel that, you're an empath. If you just see a couple of brown people or a Muslim or a Christian and they're all different and there's different sides to the story and, you know, well, maybe they shouldn't, then you're not an empath, forget it. If you can feel the pain and hear the screams, then you're an empath. It doesn't go away. Do you understand? People are just people. Far out. So, the science. Last night, I asked if anybody had seen this in one of their old Guinness Book of World Records books or one of the old Encyclopedia Britannicas or something. Because this came up recently, it popped up out of nowhere. A Robert Tim and a John Cook in 1958, they stayed in a Cessna flying for 64 days. They didn't land for 64 days. Refueled, they ate, they drank, they slept, took it in turns for 64 days. This is online, right? It popped up somewhere and yeah, everywhere that you search for it, it's all this year. I think a couple last year where it's been published. So if anybody has got any of those old, these basically, you know, the old Encyclopedia Britannicas and stuff, I can't find them in these. And I've got some 1980s and 1990s, 2000s. Why, if this is a record, maybe it's just coincidence the ones that I have don't have it. But if anybody's got one of these old Britannicas, just have a look to see if Robert Tim and John Cook are in there. If it's a world record, then it would be in the Guinness Book of World Records, or maybe it wouldn't be. Well, yeah, it would have been if it was in 1958 and it still stands. It has to be a world record. I just can't find it. It'd be interesting to see, because this is what I'm saying. So after a short break, I'm going to come back. I'm going to do some dot joining. Now, I say join the dots because Copernicus in 1543 was the person that came up with the heliocentrism, which means the sun is the center of us, right? He thought the universe, turns out it's his solar system, but before this, some people thought the earth was the center, and this and that, and all these different things. But 1543, Copernicus, right? Okay, that's cool. He worked out, is the theory that the sun was the center. Everything else goes around it, okay? But the telescope wasn't invented until 1608. 1543. Now, how exactly is that worked out without a telescope? So we'll come back and we're going to start with that, and then we're going to work our way down. Hang in there, empaths, hang in there.